All right, doing something good. Linda, thank you very much for that. Let's talk about this with Dilip Rao, CEO and co-founder of Sharebite. Dilip, good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
We just saw you in that story doing a lot of good. Have you seen a real aggressive attitude right now with a lot of companies trying to give back and do these things?
Yeah, I think the time for that is right now. I think most companies are really trying to spend a lot of resources trying to justify a purpose behind why they exist to this, I guess you want to call them millennials, but this growing base of millennial employees who are no longer just motivated by money. They want to know that there's a higher purpose and that there's a greater impact on the work that they do.
Looking for this transparency, I guess, and sort of ethics in business, if you will.
Correct,
right?
correct, yeah. Look, there's been this gravitation of companies. They're spending a lot of time, a lot of resources to, as I said, to justify the purpose.
Right.
And the buzzwords you're hearing in boardrooms today are about employee engagement, corporate social responsibility, culture, impact, and most importantly, branding yourself as socially conscious enterprise. And we assist companies in doing such that.
What about, you know, the consumer? I mean, they're aware of this. Does it really matter to them? I mean, if they're getting the deal they want, I mean, are they that concerned about, I know you were talking about this, being socially conscious and making a difference and changing things for people?
Yeah, look, I think consumers obviously want to do the right thing, right? People in general do. For us, our focus is companies. So what's happened over the years is consumers or millennial employees have really driven companies to start branding themselves socially conscious. So what we found in this socially conscious supply chain was that there's a willing participant among companies to actively participate here.
Okay, let me ask you how this fits in. I mentioned Colin Kaepernick and the controversy. You know, Nike took on this particular ad campaign. Right. How does that fit into this conversation?
Well, I think we can all agree that there's no controversy around feeding hungry children, especially in our own city.
Right.
I think the difference here with Sharebite was that we started with the social mission first, and we just got lucky to be able to wrap a revenue model, relatively profitable revenue model around it. So not only do we do social good, we feed hungry children, and best of all, every single participant in our supply chain actually benefits from the existence of Sharebite.
Would we be seeing more of this, Philippe? You know, Dilip, more progress in this area, more companies getting on the bandwagon?
Absolutely. If our indication of our customer pipeline is, if that's any anecdotal evidence, I think the future is bright for businesses like us, and especially Sharebite.
We like to see acts of kindness and good things like that. Dilip Rao, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure to have you here.
Such a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right, coming up next.